As taught to separate actively. To mention your class, this life we all learn like academy. I'm trying to shine in the darkness. I had to find where my heart is. Time for me to set this up. Okay, we good? Okay, we are good. What is going on, Kingdom? So today I am back preaching again. I kind of had a little bit of a voice crack. It's all good. Today I'm going to be talking about something, not a very long intro today. Today I'm going to be talking about something known as hate. Hate comments on social media, people just hating on you in general. I just want to talk about this real quick, just preach about this a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I try not to talk too loud in these videos either because the walls are a little bit echoey. I've noticed that, and I've already talked about that, but today I'm going to be talking about that, right? So whether you're listening on YouTube or on the podcast, just get ready because this one's going to be a good one. It's not going to be a very, very long message. It's not going to be a very complicated one, and some people may already know a whole lot about this kind of topic and may already have their brain and an understanding of it, or just spirit, mind, you know what I'm saying, may understand where hate comes from, where it's developed from, and really how we should take it. Kind of want to talk about it for those that may not fully understand about this certain topic, or may just be struggling with it in general, because even when we know things, sometimes we still end up struggling with the topics and with these things anyway. So now hate, right? Hate can come from, just or be on anything. It can be on a YouTube comment section. It could be on somebody coming up to you and saying that your stuff is this, that, or the third, or what you do, whatever you do for a living, whatever you do to put out, your inspiration and perspective into society, right? And the first thing I'm going to say is hate comes from our emotions. Hate comes from the ways that we feel about something, right? Hate doesn't come from an informal perspective, in a filtered perspective, right? A filtered perspective on taking away our emotions and the ways that we feel and actually trying to help somebody and actually trying to, give an understanding or an actual a piece of advice or something like that. It shouldn't be taken personally. Now, this is something that we may already understand, and it could just be difficult for you, having a lot of people that have things to say about you, have a lot of hate to bring to you, right? Now, what I would say about this kind of thing, such as hate, hate can come from, just people. It can come from the enemy. It can come from ourselves. It can come from our own minds, right? It can come from our own things. It's a reflection on our insecurities. Hate is a reflection on our insecurities. And so when other people may be seeing what you're doing, and even though there may be a piece of it that they don't like, at the end of the day, it doesn't come from a real understanding of, I'm going to critique or criticize what they're doing because I genuinely think they could do something better. Hate mainly comes from, a reflection of insecurity. When people like to hate, when people it's just like how, they say, the enemy, right? He tries to take us down because of the way that God had done him. He brought him down to hell, right? As far as we've heard, after he tried to become God. So it's now the enemy sees that, we are God's children, and he tries to bring us down and take us down because of the anointing and what God has brought upon us in this life to be able to make a difference for others and for the world in general, right? So that means that the enemy actually has a reflection of self-insecurity, and the enemy can bring that onto us to do the same exact thing, to walk almost in his perspective, because he tries to act like he's the right perspective to go to, whether he tries to act like he's God or whether he tries to act like he's just the right direction or way to go. The enemy always deceives, right? So those people that are choosing to hate on you, those people that are choosing to bring out that hate towards you, are really coming from a perspective of the enemy influencing them into self-insecurity, self-reflected insecurity, and bringing it on to you. Hate doesn't come from anything where it's like, hey, this person actually could do better, let me talk to them and try to. No. So there's no true reason to listen to hate. I'm trying to say it right now to let you know there's no true reason to listen to these people that have to hate, have things to say to you, have things where they want to just, say your stuff sucks, your stuff is garbage, and then actually truly take it personally. That's their reflection of self-insecurity. That's not them actually trying to tell you what it is, because if somebody was actually trying to tell you what it is, they would do it out of love. People that correct are supposed to do it out of love, not out of hatred, right? So if you may be with whatever you're doing, right, say because I make content, if somebody's looking at me and saying, your junk is garbage, or my music, your song sucks, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to take that as in my music actually sucks. I'm going to take that as in somebody has a reflection on their own self-insecurity, right? Because if they truly had something to say that was genuine about my music, they would say, hey, I think you could mix things a little bit better. I think you could, maybe up your vocals. I think that maybe the beat's too loud. Like, somebody may truly have something genuine and a criticism to say. And we don't get that same feeling from a genuine criticism. I mean, we might sometimes, but it doesn't always happen, where it's like if somebody's looking at me and telling me, hey, YoungGT, I think that your music could just, you could bring the vocals a tad bit up, or maybe like, sometimes, this just happens, and it's like just me trying to let you know, so that maybe you could, be able to have that understanding, just hear from my perspective, so that maybe the next song could not have those same mistakes. I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh my gosh, oh my goodness, oh dang, bro, that was ouch, man. Like, no, because but it might happen if somebody goes up to me and says, yo, YoungGT, your music is trash, bro. This song is trash. This junk is garbage. I ain't even gonna lie, I don't want to hear none of that, right? Like that, at the end of the day, that might, that might spark or irk something, and especially if it's a lot of people, right? Or if it's everybody, you can feel like, right? But what I would say is, when people say stuff like that, I don't care if it's one person, I don't care if it's 10 people. This is why it says not to listen to the world. I don't care if it's 100 people, and I don't care if it's 1,000 people. Those people do not want your best. They do not want to see. They will hate on you whether you have your worst or your best. You could be at your best, and they're all saying that your junk is trash. You're saying you're all whatever, and I'm just saying that like junk is trash, or saying it like junk is garbage, because these are hate terms. These are the hate terms that I choose not to use anymore, because a lot of people, it is used to be from a perspective and form of hate terms, whether it's somebody feels self-insecure, so they choose to say that one other person's stuff is garbage because they might feel garbage about themselves and what they do, so they're just self-reflecting their insecurities onto somebody else. This is where hate comes from. Hate comes from, again, a blindness of the enemy bringing self-insecurity onto us, because he has felt that he feels that he is bringing that upon us in our lives, so he technically is pretty much that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what he brings to us. But we have to understand, when somebody else feels that self-insecurity, all we can do is pray for them. All we can do is try and just pray and just bring out messages like this, because there could be a person watching this right now that could have self-insecurity and may understand that this hate truly isn't the way to go. It truly is a deception. It truly is just, it's not good. It's not right. Right? Or somebody else that may be, a product of having to face that self, and having to face people bringing their own self-insecurities onto them. One, self-insecurity, right? Like, the things of the enemy lead to the things of the enemy. So, but it can go from person to person to person. One person hating on you, you allow for yourself to take that hate and take it as genuine. When you become self-insecure and you go and hate on somebody else, it just happens. It's the way that it works. It trails, it continues, it moves, it goes. So that's why you have to be able to shield yourself. That's what they say by the full armor of God, right? Put on the full armor of God. That says it in the Bible. That means that you have to shield yourself from things such as hate, because hate's going to be around. People are going to hate on you. People are going to say things. But at the end of the day, and also, you may be worried about being, protected when it comes to that kind of thing. People hating on you. What if somebody tries something? We see people get hurt. We see people sometimes get killed off of just, honestly, hate, right? But the best thing that we could say to ourselves is that we have the God who created everything. We have the God who created everything on our side. And the best thing that we can do is work to understand that. And we can pray to Him. We can speak to Him. It's not easy. I know it's not. But the best thing we can do is talk to Him, speak to Him, read His Word. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just going to say that but it's important to read the Word, but sometimes it's not I don't think that it's the direction to force yourself towards. So what I will say is develop a relationship with God. Develop a relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? God the Father. Allow for you to sit down, have Him help work to change you, whether that'll be through life circumstances or whether that'll be through something that He brings you towards, that will allow for you to understand and feel better, because you might know better, but do you truly feel right within yourself? And if you don't, that's where God can make a change. That's where God can make a difference. So this is why I'm saying, it's about learning first to walk and say no deception, staying away from that deception, and then allowing for that to channel into your spirit, and allow for that spirit to be able to allow for you to understand and really know, no matter what, Deception has no hold on me, right? Now, that's mainly what I wanted to say about hate today, right? So we have to understand that we are protected from all of this hate. I don't care. This is why I say don't listen to the world, you know? Thousands of people are going to hate. Maybe hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people might hate on you, you know what I'm saying? But there are some genuine people out there, too, at the end of the day, you know? And you just know somebody, if there's nobody genuine, you know who's with you, God. So hate, no matter what, I don't care whether it is hate, don't listen to hate. Don't bat an eye towards hate. Don't bat an eye towards somebody name calling. Don't bat an eye towards somebody saying some junk where it's like just not a genuine criticism. And even if it is criticism, if that criticism doesn't feel like it's coming from a place of knowledge, but it's even coming from a place of emotions, stay away from it. People still like to criticize through their emotions, you know, and still like to, you know, just judge other people, like to say, you know, well, the thing is, this sucks, and I like, to be honest, this could be better because you don't even like do this well, you don't even do that well, you know, like, just think of the way it sounds, bro. Like, at the end of the day, just try and understand that kind of junk, no matter what, coming from emotions. If somebody looks upset, if somebody looks angry, if somebody looks however they are about some junk and they're trying to talk about you, you know what I'm saying, don't listen to it. Don't listen to it unless it's coming from a place where the emotions are set to the side and somebody's actually, unless it comes from a real reason. If it comes from a real reason, if somebody's angry at you and you actually did something, sometimes anger is used to help fuel positivity, you know, there's ways that emotions can be used in the right way. But all I say, if somebody's hating on you, or if they're sitting here trying to like criticize while just sounding so angry at you for whatever reason, it's just emotions are what get in our way. And I'm talking a lot, but anyways, emotions are really what truly get in our way. So we just have to allow for us to understand what matters most is knowing that it's coming from a knowledgeable perspective. Emotions aren't always a bad thing either, but a lot of the time they are. And if somebody is upset at you about something and they have a good reason to be, then you should listen to them, right? But if somebody is, if they don't have like a good reason and they're just bringing hate towards you, don't listen to them. Anyways, thank you so much. I appreciate you for watching this video today. Thank you, and God bless you. You have an amazing morning, evening, night, whatever. I appreciate you for watching. Thank you. Just thank you, and God bless you.